ورحمة الله. Alhamdulillah wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah wa ba'd. Last week we spoke about divorce in the Quran. We mentioned some contentious issues. And there's two more issues that we need to discuss. One of the biggest issues when it comes to divorce today is financial issues. Marriage and divorce both. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the verse that we looked at last week, الطلاق مرتان. Divorce is twice. فإمساك بمعروف أو تسريح بإحسان. Either maintain her or release her with ihsan. Divorce should be done with ihsan. Ihsan means with excellence, in a kind way, in a nice way, in a fair way. And then right after that, Allah mentions the economic exploitation that sometimes happens upon when the couple's relationship breaks down and they end up in divorce. وَلَا يَحِلُّ لَكُمْ أَن تَأْخُذُوا مِمَّا آتَيْتُمُوهُنَّ شَيْئًا إِلَّا أَن يَخَافَا أَلَّا يُقِيمَا حُدُودَ اللَّهِ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it is not permissible for you, and here he's speaking to the men, it is not permissible for you to take back anything that you have given them, meaning you've given your wife, unless the two of them fear that they will not be able to maintain the limits of Allah. Now that's vague. If you just read that and you read the translation, what is that supposed to mean? Then you continue. فَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا يُقِيمَ حُدُودَ اللَّهِ فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِمَا فِيمَا افْتَدَتْ بِهِ. And if you fear that you will not be able to maintain the limits of Allah, then there is no harm. فَلَا جُنَاحَ عَلَيْهِمَا. The two of them. There's nothing wrong with the two of them if she ransoms herself. Which is called what's called khula, where the wife is petitioning and asking for the divorce. So again, I like to keep my khatira short. I'm just going to mention 3 points which are problems of contention in our community, and people need to know at least something about this. Number one, فِيمَا افْتَدَتْ بِهِ, this idea of khula, misconception that it means that a woman can independently, without her husband's permission, initiate divorce. Because that's what khula is. It says, I'm doing khula, and I don't care what you say, and it's done. That's not the way khula works. Khula is a petition from the wife to give back some of her mahar, her dowry that was given, and the man agrees to that, and he accepts it. So there must be agreement. And if there's no agreement, and there's no good reason, she can petition a tribunal or a qadi or a judge or something like that to overrule the husband. So a woman is never stuck. Principle number one. Principle number two is when it comes to mahar. Mahar is the bridal gift. It's also called sadaq. This is what the man is responsible for giving women. Financial issue. So many people in the community, when they're about to get married, and they're arguing about what the mahar is going to be. And usually it's not the couple. It's the families that are arguing. And the families go, no, you're not going to get my daughter for less than this. And the other families say, but this is our culture. And the funny thing is, sometimes they're from the exact same culture. They say, no, this is our culture. Say, but this is our culture. You're both from the same village, in the same country, same ethnicity, same everything. You say, no, this is not our culture. Same social status. So subhanAllah, financial complications upon marriage. If there's financial complications upon marriage, what do you think happens when the divorce happens? Financial complications is one of the biggest problems that we have in divorce today. The Sahaba, several of the Sahaba got divorced. Abu Bakr was divorced, Umar got divorced, Uthman, they had more than one wife, but they got divorced, Uthman got divorced. There many people got divorced, but there's new problems today. One of the problems is difficulty of remarriage. One of the main problems of today is financial issues and hostility and hatred due to finances upon divorce. This didn't happen in the past. This is a new issue that is really concerning in the community. So one of the potential solutions, obviously the best solution is to have good akhlaq and to be just and to be fair. Another potential solution is prenuptial agreements. Almost should be mandated or required, but this is something that requires education. So I'm just conveying this message to the families and to the people who are married and the people who are going to get married and the people who are going to get divorced or the people who are already divorced. Be just, be fair, be kind, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala addressed this. And He says, if things don't work out, still have good akhlaq. We should not hold that grudge. We should not make all of these financial problems. This amounts to greediness that we have in our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our marriages happy, functional, and successful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make whichever divorces must happen done with ihsan and with excellence and with justice. Ameen wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum.